it's a dystopian science fiction movie. All right. Now, I didn't actually see it when it launched back in 2012, and there have been sequels since like 2013, and I think they had one in 2023. So showing the popularity of this movie series. But what it is they basically take a bunch of teenagers from this city, you know, that's kind of dystopian and it's ruled by like an evil dictator. And so what he does is he pits these teenagers from 12 different districts against each other in a fight to the death. And in order to survive, you pretty much gotta kill everybody else. And then you have a chance of making it out alive, which is a very weird, very brutal kind of scenario to even think about. And you know, I didn't watch the Hunger Games when it came out, but you know, I'm all about brands. I'm all about, you know, looking at different brands. So I think it would be a more interesting thing to actually put it in a business perspective, because whether you like it or not, you know, the survival of your brand, your business, at times it's gonna come at the expense of somebody else. I'm not saying you should try to do business at the expense of somebody else. Like, that's one of the things I don't like. But it's true that Amazon has taken a lot of business from little mom and pops, small businesses, like little retailers that used to operate in a bunch of local spaces. It's true that Google has taken business away from the yellow pages, for example, yellow page advertising. It's also true that Apple, with their iPhone, have displaced Nokia, those feature phones that used to be all the rage back in the day. That's largely gone now thanks to the iPhone and all these other new smartphone brands, and thanks in large part to Apple. So these three brands, these three giant brands, are obviously winners in the business Hunger Games, if you look at it from that Hunger Games perspective. But you know, what if it was the ultimate championship? Like, now let's bring the champions and they have to eat each other and fight it out amongst themselves, and we're gonna blend the whole thing together in the Hunger Games and see who comes out the winner, who comes out alive. So this is so interesting, man. But I think the first one to die, the first one to go down, would probably be Google in my view. Although Google has a lot of crazy tricks, right? They got Google, the search engine. They've got a lot of cool brands. They got Gmail. They've got Google AdSense. They have YouTube. They have a whole bunch of products that, you know, that they have done. But if you were to look at kind of like who is able to play more to like consumer tests, I think you find that Apple is a little bit more fashionable. People literally queue in line to buy an iPhone. People literally go mad if they cannot access their latest iPhone. This is a brand that somehow has a very strong brand affinity.